Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
That's my cue, she said to herself under her breath towards her breasts. Hi, I hope everybody is doing so great. Oh my gosh, look at us. It is our pleasure. It is our pleasure to welcome all of you here tonight. If you've been here before, we're so happy about it. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. You tried to raid. Well, you know what? A raid is in the heart, Jonathan. You did the greatest job. I hope everybody's having a good day. It is very hot without a fan on. You know, the fan fucks with the sound. So expect me to melt during this live stream. Is this turquoise? Does this look turquoise? Are those the girls you're talking about? Anyways. Because it's supposed to be white, but you know the green screen. The green screen plays with things. Anyways, what did you guys do tonight? You were over at KTZ's and Collins and all those kinds of places tonight. Jonathan. Drunk Beaver Productions. KCC is very hot. You're so sweet. Oh, look. Oh. I meant to get like that shot. I really wanted it on my boobs. It's not white? Wow. I don't really know what to think about that because on my screen it's white. And I'm just gonna go on because the green screen. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hi, Sashina. Okay. Anyways, let's get her going with a weird custody case. Now, here's the preamble. I didn't catch the whole thing. Part of it happened on Monday. Last Monday, I didn't get it. But I did get the end and the verdict. So I think it's worth watching. I hope that another YouTuber got the whole thing, but this is one of those difficult courts to capture everything on. Hi Carla, it is oh no! What the fuck? I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I don't know. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, that is so funny. Why do I even have that button? Why would I want that button? Brooklyn? You guys are so sweet. I love you all. Yeah, my first day. Exactly. First day! Actually, we're probably coming right up against our second year. That was not a quote. That was a two. We're turning two, the channel is. You and I. Us together. Anyways, let's get this started. I'm going to change my shirt because I don't... Yeah, Judge. That's how I feel too. But I'm trying not to fuck my face up. So I'm going to be nice with my thoughts. And then I'm going to change my shirt. And hi, Betty. Welcome. And I think Paisley of the past is speeding this up, so that means Paisley of the present is going to have to slow it down. So we'll go speed, half speed. Let's go. I think. And then play.
Delilah Bailey.
You. And counsel for Ms. Bailey, can you please state your name for the record, please?
Evelyn Gordon.
Thank you. Ms. Bailey and Mr. Karanza, can you both please raise your right hands to be sworn in again? Do you each solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can lower your hands. And I believe, Ms. Gordon, you were in the process of eliciting testimony from Ms. Bailey. Is there anything else you needed to ask her? Oh, actually, I think we'd finished that. Mr. Carranza had asked her some questions. Does anyone have any redirect of Ms. Bailey?
I don't at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Davision, do you have any redirect you need for Ms. Bailey?
Not at this time, Judge.
Okay, and Mr.
You're
Carranza,
saying, what does that mean, redirect?
any additional questions to ask Ms. Bailey before?
I guess I had a few questions just so the court can be aware of, I'm not too sure how. Yes, I have a few questions.
Are these are questions to Ms. Bailey?
To Miss Bailey about Noah, yes, or yes.
Okay, you may proceed.
I guess my question to you, Miss Bailey, is, to your best of your opinion, is Noah comfortable with me when I'm around on these supervised visits?
No.
He's not comfortable with me?
At times he is comfortable with you. At times when you become distant or or there's been some verbal aggression, he becomes uncomfortable. And so there's a shift.
Okay. Do you think he's scared of me? You think he's scared of me?
I don't know.
Okay. You mentioned that he hasn't spent any time with me alone, but he has spent time with me alone. So I guess I wanted to ask, why have I not been able to see him alone since I was seeing him alone? I was taking him for walks, I was going to HEB. I've done things with him alone, but all of a sudden I've just seen him less and less. So I just don't understand why. I don't know if that's even a question for this time, Your Honor. Sorry.
I'm not sure it's not I mean, just make sure your questions are one question at a time, and you can ask anything relevant you would like to ask.
We can continue, Your Honor. I don't know any questions to ask. Sorry.
Okay, I guess, Mr. Damajan, I think she was your witness. Do you have any other witnesses?
Yes, Judge. I have Mr. Carranza that I'd like to call next.
Okay.
So the state calls Mr. Carranza. Mr. Carranza, can you state your name for the record again?
Raymond Carlo Carranza.
Mr. Carranza, have you made medical decisions for Noah in the past with Miss Bailey?
I have not made any decisions with her. I just no. I've been to some visits, but I haven't. She makes the decisions.
Okay. What visits recently did you attend medically?
The dentist was the last one. I think he was just turned a year or just before a year.
Now, did you drive Noah there?
I met them both there. Yes, I drove my car and I met them there.
Okay. And did you attend the dentist appointment because you wanted to be helpful?
Helpful and a part of my son's life, yes.
Okay. So you want to make important decisions like medical decisions, right?
Honestly, I think that the mother should make these decisions. I don't want to make specific decisions on his school or his doctor. I think that Delita should be in charge of his. I don't think there should be two chiefs. I think she should make decisions, and I don't mind going by that.
Okay. Do you want to be consulted in these decisions?
Consulted. I don't know if I have an opinion. I trust her with his safety, and I trust her with his well-being. I guess if it's a serious situation, like I have had a concern that I wanted him to get checked out. Yes, I guess I'd like to be spoken to about. I've had some issues, yes, that I wanted to address, and I don't think it's important to her. So
Okay.
I guess my answer is yes. Sorry. I think she should
So
make
you
decisions, and I want to be able to be a part of those decisions.
okay? So are you asking that it for joint managing conservatorship?
I'm asking for joint managing conservatorship. Yes,
So you want to be at least consulted with the decision making.
I'd like to know what school he goes to. I want to go to his field trips. I want to go. Yes, I want to parent teacher conferences, field trips. Yes,
Okay. So you want to attend the doctor visits, the dental visits, school trips. You want to be a part of Noah's life in these important
I
decisions.
think that's the best for Noah's to understand his dad and to know his dad and to be led by his father and to yes, I do.
Okay. What type of visitation are you asking this court?
I think that it's fair to Noah that what I'm asking for is 50-50 custody with no. Is that 50-50 custody is what I'm asking for.
Okay. So are you saying that you want Noah to be in your care 50% of the time?
I think that's best. Yes.
Okay. Um, does no one know you?
Well, yes, he as little as he sees me, he knows me, and he comes when he sees me, he comes to me and doesn't want to be in anybody else's arms. Just bottom line, when we were there for Christmas, yes, he knows me 100%.
Yeah. How many hours did you spend with Noah in June?
In June, I saw him on June 2nd or June 3rd for 2 hours. And then I had 2 Zoom calls with him in that month as well. I don't think they were longer than 15-minute calls.
Okay. Do you believe Noah is comfortable with you?
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm not.
object at this point, cause for speculation, Your Honor.
It's his opinion. I'm gonna overrule the objection. Sir, you can answer.
Your Honor, 100%. 100%. My kids know that. Everybody knows it. For some reason, Delita's the only one who wants to say that. Her parents are happy that I'm his life. Her father acknowledges that he comes to me.
Objection, Your Honor, it's hearsay.
Correct.
At this
To
point.
stand. Sir, you can only testify about.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't have.
Oh my god, he's comically this is so important. Sir, you should have hired an attorney. Oh my god. But you're battling through this on your own, thinking common sense is going to reign supreme. Now, I will tell you, Judge Baker is the queen supreme of common sense. Okay? She is even keeled almost always, and she is. Just refresh, Carla, if you can hear me. I paused it and I'm talking. Oh, and look, people are coming in. This is perfect timing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for rating us. We're what? Oh, and Colin. Oh my. Well, I'm glad I dressed up. Thank you so much for being here. If you are first time here, welcome. If you'd like to hit the subscribe, sorry, first time live stream. Not. Anyways, I was just talking about Judge Baker is very even keeled. Would you agree, KTZ? She is one of the most even keeled judges, and she is in the middle of a hearing right now where mom is asking for dad to have supervised visitation only, nothing more than that. She's gone to the trouble of hiring a lawyer, and that lawyer is here in court representing mom. Dad has decided to represent himself. And Oh, speaker. Anyways, so let's get down to it. I would love to hear what you had for dinner tonight. And if you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wished you had for dinner. I had some delicious pizza, and it is so good. Yeah, let's go.
That's
I
right.
understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
So, Noah's happy when he's visiting with you through Zoom or in person, in your opinion.
The connection is beautiful. It's yes, he 100%. Yes, sir.
Okay. He's not nervous or he's not shy in any way.
Not at all.
He's leading his witness, Your Honor.
Sustained, Mr. J. Majan. This is direct.
Yes, Judge. In your opinion, what is his demeanor when he's around you?
He wants his father. He's happy.
Do you want unsupervised visitation?
Absolutely.
Now, you have two other kids, right? Outside
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
case?
Yes, sir.
And how old are they again?
13 and 17.
Refresh. And were you in their lives all their life?
Yes, 100%.
And did you help raise these two kids?
100%.
Okay. It's good that you say 100%, but can you be a little bit more descriptive? Did you change their diapers? Did you feed them?
Yes, potty trained, diapers, late nights, early mornings, bad dreams. I was there for diapers, driving to school, field trips, everything. Friends, rock giving. Yes, sir.
Okay. And there was some testimony that these children are in your care 50% of the time. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe when these two other kids are in your care?
We rotate, the mother and I. We do 3 days and 4 days and 3 days and 4 days, but that doesn't mean that I don't take. On the days that I don't have them, I still take them to school. I still pick them up. I still do homework with my son. The mother of the child is gone before they wake up, and she's back by 5:30 or 6 when they're already finished with whatever may be done. So I'm welcomed at their home. Her mother is welcomed at my home, and there's no separation of family.
Okay. Let's turn to the exhibits that was stipulated to in the trial before we recessed. Now, can you open up the exhibits on your email so you could follow along?
What I have is Exhibit J.
There was an email sent to you before that email, which had all the exhibits.
I didn't
just
receive
J.
that. All I received the one was 31 minutes ago. Legal. It just has one. I'll double check right now, but it just has.
Oh, thank you so
No,
much,
I only have
NBC.
Exhibit J.
Okay. Since you provided these exhibits to the state, I'll describe each exhibit. These are your exhibits.
Mr. Carranza, do you have copies of the documents you gave to the AG's office that are now the exhibits?
My earnings. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so if he describes them, you can figure out which it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Now
Yes.
you can see Mr. Damage, and everyone has access to them.
Thank you, Judge. I'll try to do as best as my ability so he'll know which one I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Mr. Carranza, you're familiar with your tax return 2023, correct?
I can say verbatim. I'm aware of it. Yes.
Okay. And now we marked that as Exhibit A.
Okay.
And that amount in 2023, your return showed that year an earning of $34,484, right?
Okay, yes, that sounds about right.
Okay. Let's go to Exhibit B. Now, Exhibit B is your 2024 W-2.
All right.
And those wages, it shows $38,237, correct?
For the W-2, correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Exhibit C now.
Okay.
Now Exhibit C is your lift for the 2024. That it now the $11,211, that is your total lift earnings in 2024, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we go to Exhibit D, let me ask you a follow-up question. Did you file a tax return in 2024?
I haven't done it yet. No, sir.
Okay, and that's the reason why we've got your W-2 and then your list information, and we don't have your 2024 return because you didn't file it yet, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Let's go to Exhibit. And I'm sorry, Ms. Gordon, are you following along?
I have them printed.
Okay. Exhibit D, I've marked, these are your Ritual earnings, Ritual Beverage Company LLC. It's marked Ritual earnings. Are you familiar with that in
Yes.
2024?
Yes.
Now, on that one, now what is Ritual? Can you explain to the judge what Ritual,
It's
Judge?
Well, a ritual is a ceremony or a circumstance of events where you try and make something happen. No, I'm just joking. He's going to explain what his job is here. It's actually quite interesting, but welcome, Colin. Thanks for the raid, and KTZ as well. Thank you again. Appreciate it. We're right in the middle of the case. I gotta shut up. You guys know what that's like. Blah, 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 blah. We gotta watch the case.
Non-alcoholic spirits, I guess you would call it, and I just do it part-time when they need me.
What do you
Okay,
do?
and
I'll pour drinks like at an event.
Okay, so
You know,
it's like they're like caterers for drinks?
no, like when you go to HEB and start doing samples, I'll
Okay.
pour samples of Ritual. Usually it's in a cocktail form, but no alcohol.
Okay. So you do that at events, not like at supermarkets.
I've primarily is HEB. I've done it at HEB
Oh, so you work for them like to basically advertise and so
for Ritual, not for HEB. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And in 2024, you earned $2,109.76.
Is that number on the
Which-
exhibit, or can you say that number again?
Yes, Judge. It's 2109.76.
Okay.
And Mr. Carranza, this is what you earned in 2024 with Ritual, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let's go to Exhibit E. Now, Exhibit E has Primerica on there.
Okay.
Now, what is Primerica?
A finance company. We do things like
Oh, fuck. Am I gonna get demonetized just because they even said Primerica? Oh, a girl named Joe. Just wait. Somebody put in gobble. We have a lot of fun around here. You'll find that there ain't no rules, and we just like to have fun. Anyways. But yeah. Okay.
insurance, insurance and term life insurance and other financial things like Roth IRAs and investment tools.
Okay, and you earned an additional $726 here
Correct.
in 2024.
Yes, sir.
Okay. let's go to 2025 Exhibit F. Your Brenner's statement. You familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
And this document shows year to date, which the period ends on June 16, 2025. Your gross was $13,746.23. This is what this says, right?
Sounds about right. Yes, sir.
And can you explain to the court what Brenner's is?
Yes, I've been there 18 years now, and it's a restaurant, and I'm a sommelier is the exact term, but it translates to a wine steward. I answer any wine questions that the customers may have. I sell wine to the customers, and I'm employed by Brenner's. I clock in, and I get an hourly commission and a tip share.
Okay. Let's go to Exhibit G. G is labeled Good LLC.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain what this is?
That's a restaurant here in town called Good Company Barbecue, and I make deliveries for them during the day. And all I do is just deliveries. They pay me. It's a W-2. It's they pay me when I work.
Okay.
Hour rate.
And then this shows a period ending date of 6/24/25, and the year to date has $3,872.98.
Okay.
Is that what you remember?
Yes.
Okay. Now going to Exhibit H. Exhibit H is up to date with Lyft 2025. It's a total of $4,009.32, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you could slow down, I'm having some technical difficulties, so just bear with me one moment.
Yes, Judge.
I'm having hair difficulties, Judge. Can you bear with me one moment and maybe send a hairdresser to help me? Can somebody cut off all my hair and bring an air conditioner, please? If you don't know, I'm from Canada. I live on the west coast on Vancouver Island. Humble brag. That's right. But we don't really have air conditioners and it's hot. Oh.
Okay, what exhibit are you on? Are you on G?
I'm on H, Judge.
Okay, well, give me one moment to catch up on G.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Mr. Carranza, I don't know if we talked about Lyft. Lyft is, can you describe what it is?
It's like a taxi cab, pretty much. I'm a taxi driver, but I work through an app. I don't have a boss. It's just Lyft driving company. I will say that those numbers you see are before tax. Well, I'm sure you're aware, but those are before taxes.
It's gross.
Correct.
Okay, and then up in 2025 up to now, you through Lyft. That's what that number reflects, the $4,009.32.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to Exhibit I. I again is marked ritual earnings. These are additional earnings for 2025, and I've added $1,199. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Judges, at this time, I offer State's Exhibit J, which is a breakdown, which is a retro calc sheet. It's based on Mr. Carranza's testimony. It's a breakdown of the retro for the year 2023, 2024, 2025. And I've got two calculations, one at 20% and then the other at 16%, depending on how this court rules.
Does anyone have any objection to State's Exhibit J?
I do not. I've reviewed it, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. State's Exhibit J is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Now, Mr. Carranza, to keep going with the retro sheet, have you made any direct payments since the child was born
Yes,
to
sir.
Miss Bailey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much cash have you given her?
The first 6 months, I gave her $400 a month cash. Starting in August.
Okay, somebody do the math while I fix the speed of the video, please. I don't know what the math would be on that. But remember, this lady wants him to have completely supervised visits. Get the fuck out. Don't see your kid otherwise. Even though he seems to have a very good working relationship with his other baby mother. Other baby mother. That's a problem in itself.
So your testimony is that in cash, you gave her $400 multiplied by 6.
Yes, sir.
That's a total of $2,400 in cash. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. And did you send her money in any other way?
After that, I started sending her money through Zelle.
And how much did you give her in Zelle payments?
I don't have the exact number of 43 minus 24, 6, 7, 8, around $1,000, just under, or give or take $50.
Okay, so you're saying
Whatever I had.
Please don't summarize what he just said, because I don't understand how he could say 1,000 and then give or take 50. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying.
I gave her
But
$2,400.
please don't ask him leading questions, Mr. Dayamasia, and ask him questions that he can answer.
yes, Judge.
Okay.
Mr.
Yes,
Carranza,
follow- Mhm.
how much payments in Zelle did you give Miss Bailey?
Sorry, I don't have that exact number. It's
To the
what I-
best of your ability.
Would it help if you pulled it up?
yeah, that's what I was doing right now. Sorry, yes. Paste up. Yes, if you just give me 10 seconds, I can.
I'm gonna retract 30
Or
seconds.
1 minute,
and
I can
see.
add that up. I have
Oh,
the,
now
the-
it's 1
the
minute.
Zelle,
So shut up.
it out. I think you
Okay.
mentioned, Delia told you in April of 24 was the first payment of $40, and my last payment was in March of 25.
So are you saying you gave her $40 each month?
No. It fluctuated, Your Honor. If in April I gave her, no, it fluctuated. I can give you a total, but it wasn't consistent. Would you like me to add this up, or what do you want me to do?
Mr. Dayamasia, this is your witness, so would you like
Yes,
to
Judge.
elicit testimony, and then we can fill in gaps if we need to? Thank you.
Mr. Carranza,
I'm
you
listening.
have a bank statement in front of you, right?
What I have is the statement of all the money I've given her. I guess that's a bank statement, yes, that I've sent through Zelle.
If you add it up, what does it add up to?
I literally need just 1 minute. 50 plus 2.
Grade 2 teachers are crying,
Whoa, we just
weeping.
lost Miss Bailey.
Oh, Miss Bailey didn't get
Oh.
lost. But she is about to get her first of a few lectures.
One of the rules of court is we stay on camera if we're going to use Zoom. In the courtroom, you can't just leave the courtroom either. And when people leave, I can't tell if they're frozen or not, because your shades are lovely, but they don't move. And so it's real important everyone stay on camera so we know everyone's hearing everything that's happening. If there's some emergency where someone needs to do something, just let us know.
I'm just double checking the math. Give me one more second.
No, no worries, sir.
I apologize. Thank you for making me further aware of how to.
It's summer in Texas. Nobody's frozen, goddammit. I remember. I went to Houston, Texas in July or August of a few years ago. It was like 110 degrees. I love it. I love it so much. It better be big for how long
Now,
it's
do
taking
you mind
him.
if I
Ma'am?
open the door to the space so that if my child runs by, you can see me?
Actually, your child shouldn't be observing this hearing, so I would prefer,
Okay.
thank you, Ms. Gordon, I would prefer the door stay closed,
Okay.
so that they're not part of the proceeding.
Hey, Kfar, what's up? Would you bring your kid to your child custody hearing? This lady just tried to, but the judge shut her down. Thanks for coming by.
$1,990. I guess $1,990.
Did you fucking count to 1,990 one by one for how long that took you? Raymond, seriously, what the actual fuck? I was expecting thousands upon thousands of dollars here, bro.
So that's 1990.
Correct.
Can you take a picture of it and then send it to me?
Yes, sir.
Right now, you both are killing my vibes. How's he gonna send it? By fucking carrier pigeon
Or
and
sending for me.
galleons? Are you gonna send it in galleons?
It says sent on my end.
Well, I don't know about you. Actually, I recall, I think they sit and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait.
Attachments, especially with government aid.
Apply. It has the 6-hour co-parenting class. I guess it's the third attachment, maybe, or second attachment.
Sometimes with attachments, especially with government agencies, it just takes a while because there's all sorts of safety protocols that it goes through. That
Okay.
just takes a little. So could be
Might
something
take
else,
a
but it might
second.
just be that all the virus protection stuff they have might be slowing it down.
Okay.
I know when they send me things that sometimes between theirs and mine, it takes a few moments.
I believe the numbers he's given is consistent with what we provided to the court.
So you all might agree on that then.
Based on the numbers that I read out, you said, I believe, I'm sorry, I know it's still your witness. Oh,
And if we can get something agreed to, so it's
because
Your-
I think he said, did you say your total for, since the child's been born, your total is 20, what did you say your total?
The very total with the cash included is $4,390. I'm 99%
Oh, no, we
sure.
don't agree to
Okay,
that.
you're not-
And then the Zelle, I think we agree what you're saying is the Zelle number. The number I have for Zelle is 1990, I believe.
Since April 2024, correct?
Correct.
That number, from
Okay,
April
you all agree with
2024 through now, we agree with the 1990.
Correct.
That's
And were yours
consistent.
also calculated from Zelle payments? Like, is
What's the
that-
question?
Yeah, she went
Oh,
to her
sorry.
bank account and her Zelle from April 2024
Okay,
until now, and the 1990 is consistent with what she gave me.
okay.
It's the payments before that we don't
So
agree.
it's the ones that aren't Zelle that are in contract. So really,
Exactly.
the email he just sent is probably moot if everyone agrees that those Zelle payments is that number.
Yes, Judge.
Is that
Mhm.
true? Would you
From
agree with that,
April-
Ms. Gordon?
Yes, from April 2024 to now, we agree with that number
Okay,
for Zelle. Mhm.
okay.
It's the payments prior to that we don't agree with.
Don't agree to.
May I move forward, Judge, then?
You may give me one moment though. I'm just, so he thinks it's perfect.
So this is the judge. The
Okay,
male
and so
attorney
the
is the
difference is
A.
that 2,400 that he claims in cash,
Judge.
just so we're all on the same page.
Rude.
Okay, you can proceed.
Thank you, Judge.
That lady is the mom's
Now,
attorney. Dad
Mr.
doesn't have an
Carranza,
attorney.
just to be clear on, you do want credit for the two children that outside this case, right?
Yes, I think it's fair.
Okay. And currently, as we went through the retro, you're working for Brenner's, Good Company, Lyft, and Ritual Earnings.
I don't know if yes.
Okay.
So Brenner's, Good Company, Lyft, and who else?
Ritual.
Ritual, okay. And you're no longer working for the insurance?
I am, but it's been on pause, and I don't get an hourly rate. It's a commission only, and I haven't made any sales since quite a while.
Okay.
That's not very good, but thanks so much for being here. Girl named Joe, come on back. We go live. I'll be live tomorrow.
Now, Mr. Carranza, Miss Bailey's asking for a non-disclosure. Are you in agreement as to that, sir?
That means that I don't need to know where she lives.
Her address will not be in this order, correct?
Correct. I don't need to know where she lives.
So are you saying that you were in agreement?
Yes,
that
thank
she
you.
has a
Yes.
non-disclosure?
Thank you for reiterating. Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I think I countered with one as well. I don't want to have a. I don't want to.
Objection asked and answered, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Are you asking for a non-disclosure?
No.
Okay. Judge, at this time, I pass the witness.
Okay. Ms. Gordon, do you have questions for Mr. Carranza?
I do, Your Honor. Mr. Carranza, could you tell the court your current address?
3233 Winch.
YouTube, so if we can
Thank you.
maybe be a little more subtle with the address. I don't know how important it is that and trust me, I'm not writing down addresses because
It's on file. It's on file, Miss Gordon. That's
Is the address on your 2023 tax return your current address?
I'd have to double check on that.
why don't you pull it up? And that way we don't have to broadcast addresses.
Thank you, Judge. I was ready to mute you on the fly, though.
2023.
Sort of my job.
I think you mentioned last time when you questioned my witness that it wasn't. So I'm gonna.
Well, sir, you have copies of your exhibits. This is the 2023 Exhibit A.
Okay.
So why don't you pull it up and look and not based on
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
what you
Yes,
may or
Your
may
Honor.
not remember from Monday. And it certainly doesn't help me what you may or may not remember from Monday because I might remember something different from Monday.
No, Miss Gordon. The address is not the same as the 2023. It's not the same.
Okay.
24 is the same.
so-
Sorry, go ahead.
And so how long have you been at your current address?
Rough estimate, I want to say 3 years, maybe 4 years in October. Around 3 years, Miss Gordon.
Okay. And who
Well,
else lived?
You just said the 2024 is the same, but it looks like the same address is on your 2024 W-2. Is
I've
on
been with the
20
company 18 years. Maybe they still have it as my old address. That's not my
Okay.
Well, actually, on all of your pay statements and documents, I noticed the address that was on the 2023 tax return. So are all those documents stating the wrong address?
I didn't realize that they were saying that. I have to double check. Let me look real quick.
Why don't you look at them? Because some of them are different. And some of them don't have an address. Oh, no, that does.
So Exhibit F, for example,
But Exhibit G and Exhibit E, I think, are different.
Right. So it's the 3233 is my current address. It's on,
Okay.
I don't know what exhibit exactly is, but it's on my pay stub from from Good Company. That's the most recent.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so you've been at that address for 3 years. Who lives at that address with you?
My father and my 2 children,
Okay, and how many bedrooms are at that address?
2 bedrooms.
So there's 2 total bedrooms?
Correct.
And how old are your older children?
17 and 13.
Okay, so essentially you're saying 4 people live in a 2-bedroom?
Correct.
Okay. And you have a teenage daughter and a teenage son, is that
Correct.
correct? Okay. Now, what schools do the children,
How about not? We'll skip ahead of that. But honestly, again, who in this economy isn't sharing spaces and using spaces that they never thought they fucking would before? Seriously. You can rent out under your stairs for $1,000 a month.
your older children attend? Do you know the names of those schools?
Yes, Kerr and Albright.
Okay, and can you tell me the names of the teachers for them? Or do you know them?
Not off the top of my head, no.
What
So
year are you asking about? Because I don't think we know the names of the teachers for next year yet, unless maybe your district is different.
What, okay, so the prior years,
I could name a few, not all of them.
the most recent year?
Wow, that's a good question. Yes, this recent year I can name a few of them, not all of them, no.
Okay, and then what about you? So you're saying that you take care of these children 50% of the time? Is that correct?
They live with me 50% of the time. I take care of them every day.
Okay, so are you able to name their physicians?
The ones I could pronounce, yeah. Yes, I can. Yes, pardon me. Yes.
Okay, so is that a name? Can you give us some names?
Dr. Hasnine is general pediatrics is the doctors we use. Dr. Hasnine is their doctor, but he brings in a female doctor for my daughter, and it's not a consistent. She doesn't have a primary. Dr. Hasnine is listed on their. Dr. Hasnine is listed as their primary, but he brings in a lady doctor for my daughter.
Okay, and how often you take them to the doctor?
Whenever they're sick. For my son, he gets sick more than my daughter. I would say like how many times a year you're asking?
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna move on. So let's get back to, you say you live in a 2-bedroom apartment and 50% of the time there's 4 people living there.
Correct.
So, and you're asking the court also that your child Noah also lived there 50% of the time?
Temporary, yes.
So there would be 5 people living in a 2-bedroom apartment 50% of the time?
Correct.
Okay. What sleeping arrangements would you have planned for Noah?
What arrangements do I have for Noah? I was planning on getting we're planning on moving from here, but if he comes tomorrow or the next day, then I'm planning on getting a bunk bed. My older son will be on the top bed, he'd be on the bottom, and the 3 boys would share a room. My 13-year-old shares a room with me. He has his own queen size bed. But if Noah were to come tomorrow, I would get a bunk bed. My son would be on the top bed. My 13-year-old son would be on the top bed. Noah would probably be on the bottom bed.
Okay.
If he didn't sleep with me.
And how many jobs did you represent to the court you worked this year?
4.
So you have 4 jobs. So when you're working, who would be taking care of Noah?
So the way I would arrange it is that when I'm with my kids, I don't work.
So you're representing to the court that when Noah would be in your care, you would be taking care of him
Absolutely.
24/7?
When Noah and Raymond Carlo and Erica Carranza are with me, I don't work.
Okay, so is that the job you've been there the longest? Is that not
Yes.
a full-time job?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
All of these jobs are around my kid's schedule.
okay.
That's why.
Can you describe to the court the type of car seat you have for Noah?
It's just a regular car seat up to, I think it's for up to 2 years is I forgot if it's a weight thing. I think it's up to 30 or 40 pounds.
Mr. Carranza, isn't it true that you do not have a car seat for Noah?
Absolutely not. I have it in my closet.
Okay, is it true that there's been times when you've tried to visit with Noah and you didn't have a car seat and Miss Bailey would not allow you to leave with him?
I've never tried to take Noah anywhere not in a car seat. So when I go visit, I'm on visitations. I don't get to take him anywhere. I'm on usually 45 minutes. No, that's not true.
So on each of your visitations, has there been a car seat in your vehicle for Noah?
Absolutely not.
There has not been a car seat.
I'm not
But
allowed
she
to
won't
take him anywhere.
let him take
No,
the
I've not.
baby. She won't even let the baby out of her sight. He's not stupid. It would freak her out. We would be listening. You know what would happen if he had brought the car seat to the thing? She would have abandoned the visitation and said, he came and attempted to kidnap the baby. No, he's just being reasonable. Why would you put a fucking car seat in your car for a baby you're not allowed to see at the moment? Because the mom's not allowing that. That seems, in fact, respectful of her decision. Huh?
When I go see Noah, there's no car seat in the car.
Okay,
I can't even take him out of. No, sorry.
all right. How many DUIs have you had in the past?
I've had 2.
2. And were your children in the vehicle with you? Were
Absolutely
any of
not.
your children in the vehicle with you when
No,
you
ma'am.
had? Okay. And so you've had DUIs, but you continue to work around alcohol?
I've had, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you still smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever smoked?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you stop smoking?
Like, so like, I don't know what, I smoke like maybe 2 cigars a month. I haven't stopped, but I haven't smoked a cigar in a month or 2.
Okay, do you ever smoke in front of any of your children?
Absolutely not.
Has Miss Bailey ever witnessed you smoking in front of any of your children?
Absolutely not.
Has she complained about smoke in your vehicle?
She complained about smoke in the vehicle. Not that I'm aware of. No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Can you explain to the court why Noah at this age, to the best of your knowledge, what's the longest Noah has ever been away from his mother?
That's not really relevant. Objection relevance. It's very hard to object when you're also the person being questioned. But, Rose, right? But I only smoke weed, remember? And Jonathan, I'm so sorry that you're having nightmares. That makes me sad. I feel for you in my heart. I'm sending good vibes.
In the past 2 years?
In the past 2 years, what's the exact question? How many times? How long or how many times?
What's the longest period of time that Noah's
About
been
an
away?
hour.
Okay, so can you explain to the court why it would be in the best interest of Noah to immediately go from having only been away from his mother for an hour at a time to being away from his mother? What's the 50% schedule that you're proposing?
You're asking me what's the first question? I'm sorry.
Okay,
What do you
so
got?
what's the 50% schedule you're proposing to the court?
I didn't know I had to put a
50-50?
proposal. I was gonna talk to the mediator and figure out something with Delita. What I'm proposing is I haven't thought that far yet. I have
Okay, so your testimony today is that you're asking for a 50-50 possession schedule. Is that correct?
correct.
So why would your son benefit from going to not being away from his mother for longer than an hour
Well,
to being away from her, let's say 4 days at a time?
I think
Well, it's difficult to say it, but it's true. Hi, Christopher Engelby. You too. How was your birthday? Oh my gosh. Do you know what the only thing that could make my night more perfect? Well, there's specifically two things that would make my night perfection. And one of those is an ice cream cone. Oh, I want it so bad. And the other, well, I won't say, baby.
think that it would, how would it benefit Noah? I think that it would benefit Noah by seeing his father and his siblings and having a rapport, so he's not uncomfortable. I think it would, how would it benefit Noah from being away from his mother? I think he needs to know his father. I think he needs to be with his father as well.
Does Noah have a feeding schedule?
I get no discussions with about the baby. I see him 1 hour a week. I mean, well, I see him once a used to. I see him so no. When I ask questions, I don't get answers. I either get no answer at all. I don't know. I don't know his schedule. I don't know his doctor. I don't know anything about him pretty much. I don't know what he's eating.
Okay, so if you don't know those things, how can you say it would benefit him just to all of a sudden start?
What I would talk to Miss Bailey and I would figure out what he eats, and we would talk about a diet, and we would talk about how would I.
But you agree these are all things you could have been discussing with her already?
Absolutely, I
Okay.
agree.
Okay. Now, how close do you live to Miss Bailey in miles?
I don't know where she lives, Your Honor. I mean, ma'am.
Okay, when you were going to visit at her home, how
When
close
she
were you?
lived in Friendswood, it was an hour drive.
Okay, before we go any further, I just want to confirm we have jurisdiction here in Galveston. Does she live in Galveston County?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, Judge, could you
Hour-
not
I
say
live an
that?
hour
The
away.
fucking soft sits are gonna
Okay.
come out.
Give or take 10 minutes.
All right, thank you.
Jesus Christ, do not say jurisdiction. Milk and cookies, yes.
Now,
Gabby.
I want to go back to your living arrangements. What floor do you currently live on in your apartment building?
Second floor.
Okay. And are there elevators or the
Stairs.
stairs walk up? Okay. So if the parents continue to live at least an hour away, how would you get Noah to and to school? Well, how would a 50-50 schedule work for
So
that?
I would like to know where Noah's zip code he lives, so I can live in between here and there. I'm that's what I would do. I would right now my realtor's on pause. If she lived north, I would move north. If she lives south, I'm moving south. In between my child's current school, which is my 13-year-old, and I would move in between the homes so that the commute wouldn't be too long. I don't want Delila or the baby to commute the least amount as possible without affecting my current children's current district, because I don't want to take them out of their school. Or we've agreed. Yes, that's what I'm.
That sounds inherently reasonable, and she won't even give him her address nor her zip code. Who wants to sit
Now,
at
with
the fire
regard
tonight
to,
with me and make
I'm
s'mores?
just gonna-
Lady, do you want to do that? I'm just putting that invite out there. Who wants to sit out with me at the fire tonight and make s'mores? That's what I want to do.
Move on to child support quickly. With regard to any payments that you say you've made to Mrs. Bailey prior to April 2024, you've brought no evidence of those payments. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And John, I was really sorry to hear about your sister's dog. How is there no
I'm gonna
s'mores command?
pass the witness for now, Your Honor.
Pass it for now.
Mr. Dehamijan, do you have any further questions of Mr. Carranza?
Yes, yes, Judge. Just a couple of questions I forgot to ask my direct. Mr. Carranza, just to be clear, you're not in agreement to pay current child support, right?
Current child, what I'd like, ask that question again.
You're not in agreement to paying current child support, right?
Going forward, I don't think I should pay child support. I would, if we give 50-50 custody, I don't think I should pay child support. If I only get to see him once a week, then I think I should contribute to his finances.
Okay.
So to answer your question, no. Going forward, ideally, it'd be 50-50 custody with no child support.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
And it's,
Yeah, no, Ms. Gordon, you may proceed.
so, Mr. Carranza, are you only requesting 50-50 to avoid child support?
Not at all.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Do you have any further witnesses, Mr. Dehamijan?
No, Judge. That's it.
Ms. Gordon, do you have any witnesses?
If I could just have a few follow-up questions for my client.
Absolutely. And I know that I cut you off on the back support, so if you want to go back to that issue, feel free to do that.
All right. So yes, because I think before we were thinking maybe if it was going to be temporary orders.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So if you want to go into that, you may. And it sounds like everyone agrees to the Zelle payment, so you don't have to painstakingly go through that. But if you have other issues you'd like to go through, we can listen to that.
Okay. So Ms. Bailey, just quickly on the child support, you heard the testimony of
Yes, ma'am.
and so so we're just talking about from July 2023 when your son was born up to March of 2024. You've had time to review and what you received, and do your records still show, and I think you have our breakdown there still, as you testified to the court on Monday, that prior to April 2024, the only payments were November 2023, you received $200.
Yes, there was more than November 2023. You're going to list them?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's following the same chart that we use for testimony.
Okay.
On November 2023, you received $200 from him, from Mr. Carranza.
Is this
Yeah.
different than the Zelle payments?
Yes, these were
Yes,
cash
prior
payments.
to, right.
Oh, so this is money in addition to the, let me see the number.
This is
that you
prior
gave me.
to April 2024,
Okay, so what, okay,
because he said he gave some cash payments.
okay. So can you repeat that, please?
So November 2023, you received $200, is that correct?
Yes,
December 2023, you received $200.
yes,
And then March of 2024, did you receive $200?
yes. I remember there being a big break between, and I believe we listed October as well.
October 2022?
Yes. My
How
main
much-
You
concern,
mean 23, not
I
20.
didn't want to begin depending on money that was coming irregularly.
Ma'am, I don't believe you were asked a question, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Just-
Okay,
I'll
so
throw
the
it
only
up.
question we're trying to address is determine how much you received prior to today, okay?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
right now, you guys agree on the amount that you received from
No.
April 2024 until now. Just asking you about the time prior to April 2024, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you believe that you received a payment in October 2023 or no?
I believe so.
Or do you know how
Yes.
much? Okay. Was that a $200 payment?
200.
Okay. All right. And so it's your, other than those payments, it's your testimony to the court that those are the only payments you received from Mr. Carranza. Is that correct?
In addition to the Zelle, those cash payments that were the only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And are you asking the court that Mr. Carranza be required to pay guideline child support
Yeah.
going forward? And are you also requesting that Mr. Carranza be required to pay retroactive child support since from the time the child was born?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, Orlando Chiquita, Miss Donna. Oh my god, my studio feels like I'm in Orlando, outside. It's hot. I'm sweaty. I love you so much. I was thinking about you today. That's so fucking funny. I am so glad to see you. Don't worry. It looks like it ends. Don't worry. Paisley of the Past got the next part of the hearing, so we'll watch it together. But that reminds me, we're having a members only Monday tomorrow. So tune in if you just got a membership. Also, you get access to all the old memberships, or all the old members only. There's been actually a few of them, like a lot. Whew, a lot. It's hot. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Miss Donna.
Okay. And up to March of 2024, you've had time to review and what you received, and do your records still show, and I think you have our breakdown there still, as you
Just give
testified
it
to
a
the court
minute.
on Monday, that prior to April 2024, the only payments were November 2023, you received $200.
Yes, there was more than November 2023. You're going to list them?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's following the same chart that we use for testimony.
Okay.
November 2023, you received 200. Okay. Thank you. And are you asking the court that Mr.
Bye,
Carranza
Adam.
be required to pay guideline child support
Yeah.
going forward? And are you also requesting that Mr. Carranza be required to pay retroactive child support since from the time the child was born?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you in agreement with the calculations that the Office of Attorney General is using to determine what his current child support would be?
I don't know that we know those calculations.
Okay, all right.
I'm thinking I have to go do some math because I don't.
Yes,
got any calculation.
I've been looking at it for a few days and I'm still doing the math, but I have looked at it for a while. Okay, all righty. So Ms. Bailey, just quickly, just to reiterate, based on Mr. Carranza's testimony, how much time has Mr. Carranza had along with Noah up until this date?
He's probably, I remember one ATV trip, and he did take a walk in community environment.
Man, I can't hear you at all. You've gotten further or something.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Now we can, yeah, but I didn't
Okay.
understand the word you just said.
I did recall one ATV trip that he referenced early on. And I recall him taking a walk with him in the neighborhood, maybe like 30 minutes at a time.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, does Mr. Carranza have proper car seat for Noah?
The concern with the car seat is that it was purchased on Facebook Marketplace. It had been used before, and it wasn't, I don't know if it was properly installed. You know, from my understanding, there's like a certified way that they're supposed to be installed by a professional.
Okay, so he does have a car seat, is that correct?
He has a car seat. It was not one that was approved to be safe.
Okay, so do you have any other specific concerns with regard to Mr. Carranza transporting Noah?
Yes.
And what are those?
Well, unfortunately, in my experiences driving with him, he's in a hurry, and I'm not. And so I felt uncomfortable in the car at times when he was in a hurry. I felt concerned for him. I would often tell him, do not rush. He had been in a few car accidents since I known him. And
So when you say he's in a hurry, are you saying that he's speeding or not?
oh, I'm quite certain that there are times that he has sped.
Okay. And when you say he's had accidents, you were in the vehicle, who else was in the vehicle with him when these accidents occurred?
Thankfully, no one else was in the vehicle, and he recovered. But the vehicles were totaled. No, the Prius wasn't. The most recent vehicle wasn't totaled. But just the concerns about that, and then any sort of smoke in the car, or who else has been in the car smoking in the car is sanitized because things take place in the cars during transportation that I've been made aware of in the past. So, um, so as far as my concerns about driving, I really want safety and no rushing around from this to that place. And then children are a distraction when it comes to Noah's needs in the car. Like I have to be very careful, not to rush. So,
Do you,
safe driving.
do
Safe
you have
driving,
any,
not driving under the influence of any substances.
okay, so do you have any concerns about any continued driving under the influence of alcohol?
Yes.
Okay, and why do you have those concerns? Have you witnessed Mr. Carranza drinking alcohol?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And do you have a concern about him drinking alcohol while caring for Noah?
Yeah.
Do you have concerns as to who would care for Noah when Mr. Carranza is not available during his periods of possession?
Yes.
Okay. And are your concerns with regard to alcohol and smoking, are those some of the reasons you're asking the court for supervised periods of possession?
No, that's not the primary reason.
I asked you if there are some of the.
Oh, yes. It's some of the reason. Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you tried to discuss with Mr. Carranzo, Noah's feeding schedule, his dietary needs? Have you tried to discuss those things with him?
Yes, because yes,
Okay, and when's the most recent time you've tried to share that with him?
the last visit,
Okay, and that was when?
June, I believe it's June 5th. I'd have to look at
Month
my
old
calendar.
again, where I have
I
to really
believe
focus.
it was June 5th.
Okay, and well, so what was his response when you tried to discuss those things with him?
No, I need to learn these things on my own. Like kind of just like dismissive.
Okay, and so are you concerned that he would have a different feeding schedule or a different regimen than what Noah is accustomed to?
That's a concern. Yes.
All right, so are there any additional childcare concerns that you have that you want the court to consider as to why you're requesting supervised visitation?
Thank you, Christopher.
Yes. My main concern is the level of anxiety that I've witnessed in the presence of, during visits, and the idea that it's okay to argue or fight and discuss mature matters or adult responsibilities in front of the children, and then the emotional weight of it, carrying the emotional weight of like the children carrying the emotional burden of the father who carries this heavy sort of on the verge of tears, making the exits emotional. I don't. So my concern is how we're affected emotionally, and it seems like there's a fear that Noah has that he is going to be like he's not going to see me again or he's going to be taken away from. So based on the way he reacts when I'm not within the site, or like when he looks around and he's like, where's mom? So but that is something that I don't want to affect his development long term and in his ability to have a healthy bond and attachment. And I do think that that bond and attachment is important for both parents, as long as it's not loaded with emotional, like, feels like emotional manipulation and things like that. The other is with when feeding on multiple occasions, because I like
You're
for
coming in
Noah to.
choppy again, ma'am.
Okay.
Now we can't hear you at all.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. I
Okay,
love you.
I must have tapped mute. Okay, I apologize for that. During feedings that we've had during visits, there have been like one, he would feed more than or give a bite that's really too big for Noah to chew and swallow, so it's not age appropriate. And then when Noah regurgitated or spit it out, because he doesn't typically swallow things that are uncomfortable, there was taunting and laughing there was taunting, like, oh, that's so gross, and so with feeding, I actually have a feeding therapist, milk to milestones, milk and milestones. So a lady who's helping with the weaning process and helping him to be more comfortable eating solid foods. Like currently, like he just wants to eat softer things like sauteed spinach, but Raymond wants to experiment and try things his way, and that's fine, but no one needs to still eat and get his basic nutrition based on what I've been able to learn about him. I want to be able to communicate those things, but I get dismissed quickly because it's like, from his understanding, this is the only time I have, and let me figure it out. Let me have this experience. So it's more about him and his experience than the children's experience.
All right.
And that's my concern. So I wish we could shift that and really, really genuinely focus on the children's experience. That's always been my concern, even before Noah was born. Like, it's not about me and our relationship as much as I would love for that to prosper.
Ma'am, shut up. Christopher is saying thank you for all the birthday love. We love you so much, and we're so grateful that you spent a little bit of your birthday here with us. But I love you too, my friend, and thank you as always. I'm irked by her too. It's so overbearing. Ma'am, you're not involved when he's taking care of the child. He's an adult. You fucked him. Either that or you stole his sperm. Either way, I'm pretty sure you were involved. So this is what you get. All right? You understand? You understand?
And be a more respectful one that doesn't cause so much emotional upheaval. But it really just don't put the children through so much is my concern.
Okay, so you're asking this court to initially start with the step-up visitation plan for Mr. Carranza?
I would like to be assured that he is mentally and psychologically able to step up. Like, because I have been, unfortunately, I feel like I have been misled in the past. I see different, in front of when I have my parents around, different personality when he brings his daughter around, very different, very safe. So he knows how to be that way, but it seems like he just does it for appearances. So I would love a step up if I know that he's mentally and psychologically sound and there's not going to be some reverse thing going on that, like, all of a sudden he's different.
Okay, so when I say you would like a step up, you are asking court not to immediately go to a standard possession order.
Right.
And you're asking the court to not immediately go to unsupervised periods of visitation.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're asking I believe we covered, you're asking the court to receive child support. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Damation, do you have any questions for Ms. Bailey?
No, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Carranza, do you have any questions for Ms. Bailey?
No, Your Honor. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Does anyone have any more witnesses?
Not me, Judge. Just a brief closing.
Okay. Before you close, though, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I think it's an issue of people not understanding what you're even asking for. I understand Mr. Carranza doesn't want to pay child support. Some math has been done by you, and I'm guessing in your closing you're going to give a child support number. I'm not sure. I feel like you need to give some testimony, and I need the help too, because I'm not sure where you got your numbers from. He does not even know, and maybe you discussed it in the back, but as far as this hearing is concerned, he does not know what you're even asking for child support. So I don't know how a person not knowing the number can defend it, or explain what they do and don't agree to. Like, he might agree to the number. I don't know what it is. And I don't think he does. So is there any way you can get some testimony about what that number is and what calculations with all these numbers? I'm not sure what you did include and didn't include and how.
Sure, Judge. I can
I'm
do
probably
that.
going to do my calculation anyway, but at least that way, if they're different, I have some idea where yours is coming from.
Absolutely, Judge. So state calls Mr. Carranza. Mr. Carranza, let's look at your 2025 documents, okay? The Exhibit F, which is Brenner's year to date, all right? Year to date is $13,746.23, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the period ending date is June 16, 2025. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we divide 13,746.23 by 24 weeks multiplied by 52,
Where does 24 weeks
Divided-
come by?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're,
24 weeks is from January 1 to present.
To 16?
Yeah, June 16th?
June
Yes, that was
16.
the
Yeah,
last
I'm
statement.
sorry, June 16, yes.
There's only 20. Okay, that doesn't make. I can't do the math. You're saying there's only 24 weeks in from the
24
January-
Mondays. 24 Mondays.
Okay. 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 Pardon me.
We can go through the calendar.
No, that's
Um,
fine. This threw me off. Sorry.
Okay. We
For me off too.
multiply that by 52. That's $29,783. Divided by 12.
Okay, you have definitely lost me. I'm trying to follow along, but it's taking.
I'm just following, I'm following your exhibit J, right, for the calculation?
Oh, is there a calculation exhibit that I missed?
Yes, exhibit J.
Judge, J is the retro calc. But
Oh, it doesn't
essentially,
break it down, 'cause that's
Oh,
three
okay.
different employers that goes
Yeah.
into that number. All right,
yes,
Oh.
four different employers.
4 different.
So, so if let's see, and I'll go slow. So it's if we
Would you
multiply
not?
52, it's $29,783 for Brenner's. If we divide by 12, for
okay.
Brenner's gross per month is $24.82 a month, just for Brenner's. Okay. Good LLC year to date. That was your exhibit G.
Okay.
Now that year to date was 3872.98.
All right.
Right? That year ending was 25 Mondays.
Okay.
So if we take 3872.98 divided by 25 times 52
I
divided by
didn't start in January though, sir.
Right.
So that number is not. I started in March, end of March.
okay, end of March.
That would be a smaller number you divide by,
Yeah.
not 25.
Correct.
There's a joke about
you
lawyers
remember,
not being mathematicians.
Exactly when you started in March?
The last week of March. March 22nd, March 23rd.
2 days before
the
my
last week of March.
birthday.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's so hot. Why did I pick such a long thing? One that they
And I don't know how we
took
can
their
add it
time.
correctly because it's a part-time job. I haven't worked there in 3 weeks, and that's not really relevant. I don't know if that's relevant or not, but I haven't worked there in 3 weeks. Ritual, I haven't worked there in a month. They're not like a scheduled job. Like I said, I work around my kid's schedule. So Ritual, that's not from January either. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So you worked at Good LLC from March 22 to
Current.
present.
I guess you could say that. It's been 3 weeks, but yes, I guess you could say that. I'm still on their payroll when I work, but yes, to current.
3872. And during this brief period of time, you earned $3,872.98.
Correct.
And what about Lyft? Did
That's
you,
since
have you
January.
been since January? And from January to present, you've earned $4,009.32.
Yes. Not. It might be a little bit more now. That's from the time I sent it to you. I worked maybe $100 more. I've worked this week.
What week? I don't know that we have a date for Lyft. I don't see anything on Exhibit 8.
Let me see. Lyft. I'm gonna tell you right now exactly for Lyft. So for the year for Lyft, from January till today is $4,163.
4163.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And then Ritual, did you work there from January to present?
That 1,001. What was the number exactly?
The exhibit has $1,199.
That's like it's from January till now, but it's like I work 5 hours in 1 month. The next month I don't work any hours at all. So that's that's from January to current, but it's not a consistent thing. That's from January to current. Yes.
Okay. So
What,
If
sorry,
we-
what exhibit was that again?
$11.99, Judge.
Okay. Okay. And it was,
So
what was that number? Because I don't think it's added up on the exhibit. Or give me a moment to get back to my list here. 1199. Okay.
So if we take $11.99,
That's as of today, 7-Eleven?
is
What's
it as of today, Mr. Carranza, $11.99?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that a
Yes,
current
sir.
number?
Yes, sir.
If we take $11.99 divided by 7,
Mm-hmm.
is that, I mean, are you averaging $171 a month? Because that's what I show.
At the end of the year, I total it out. I mean, so that's how much I've made from January till now. There's been months where I haven't worked with them. It's a 1099. I work like two. It's a pickup gig kind of thing. So from January till now, I've made that number.
Okay. I'm just,
You want
so,
to divide it? That makes sense. You could divide it by 6. That would make sense to me. But I don't
well,
know. Or
I
whatever
divided by-
whatever you.
since
Sorry.
it's 7-Eleven, I've divided by 7.
That's fine. Whatever your equation is, I'm just saying that's how much I've made from January till now.
An average of 171 a month.
Okay. Yes.
And getting back to Lyft, you said up to now it's 4163, and you've been driving for Lyft since January to now as well, correct?
Correct.
So that's an average of $595 a month.
A month. Okay.
Yes.
I'll trust your math.
It's like a sauna in here. Oh my god.
Now, the Good Company year to date, that's a new job, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're saying that you started there at the end of March,
Yes, sir.
and you've made $3,872.98.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's roughly, you made that amount in 4 months.
Okay.
You're averaging $968 a month there. Would you
Okay.
say that that's a true number?
It makes sense, sir. Yes.
Okay. So if
Pass the
we
fucking
take
witness.
your Brenner's monthly gross of 2482, we take the 968, the 595, and the 171 averages to date. I show your gross at 4216 a month.
Okay.
How mad would you be if your lawyer billed you by the fucking minute and this is how fast they talk? Now, I know he's an attorney general lawyer. He doesn't bill, and I know it. I know! But just imagine. Also, I had to turn the fan on. I can't do it. It's just blowing hot air around. Oh my god.
So we put 4216 gross a month. If we do one child herein, 0 children outside. Now the health and dental, well, the health is through mom at no cost. There is no reasonable dental.
Oh.
So it'll be 0 credit there. The net would be 2174. Well, the net would be 3557.44. One child herein, 0 children outside. The guideline child support will be $711 per month. Now, if the court gives you credit for 2 children outside this case, the gross would be the same. The net would be the same, 3557.44. But on the multifamily child support guideline, it would be $569 a month. You understand that, right?
I get it. Yes.
What number did you get? I'm sorry.
On a multifamily, it'd be $569 a month, Judge.
I don't know what that means exactly. Is that 5? What does that mean?
This is guideline child support for 1 child herein, 0 children outside.
Okay.
And also guideline child support for 1 child herein and 2 children outside.
Okay.
One is calculated at 20% net and one is calculated 16% net.
I understand.
Okay. Judge, I also have to make a correction to the retro sheet.
Okay, before we go there,
You guys like my new cup, by the way? Got a new cup. New cup. It's got a screw top. I wish it was you top. Screwing me.
so you haven't
on
done your
top.
2024 taxes yet?
Correct.
Yeah, I told you I did do them, Judge. I did. Who are you, the government of Canada?
I started working in 2025.
Even though, okay.
Is that true?
No, I sent paycheck stubs and my W-2. I sent the W-2s that I had for the 2 jobs, and I had sent my I did not work I worked in 2024, yes. Is that what your question was? Sorry.
No, I'm saying some of the places in 2025 you did not work in 2024 or 2023.
Correct. Good Company is the new one.
Okay.
Right, correct.
Is that Jessica
You worked at
Alba's company?
Brenner's
Oh
for
no, that's Honest.
2023 and 2024.
Brenner's, yes, that's been the longest. That's my main thing, I guess you'd call it. Yes.
Okay.
Bop, 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 bop. Give it up, bop. Judge, are you gonna rule for us tonight? Guess what? She is, and I'm such a glutton for punishment, little masochist that I am. I will make sure we watch the verdict. Guess what? We'll see it. Judge will make a decision tonight. That's right. I'm not gonna cock block you tonight. No blue balls here. No way. Not on my watch. Not a chance.
You may continue, Mr. Dehamish.
Judge, based on
Okay,
these
ma'am,
new,
a comment just come up, which I'm trying not to read. That is not an appropriate way to get testimony in. I'm gonna try to, give me a moment to close my chat.
Excuse you?
I'm
I
not sure
was
if you saw that, Ms.
talking.
Gordon, but that is,
I didn't
we
even
we
see
don't
it.
take testimony through chat and it's not appropriate without testimony for information to come in, just so you're aware of that as well, Mr. Carranza. So please be
Yes.
mindful of that.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know you all are in the middle of a lot of calculations and I didn't want to disrupt.
Okay, you can take what I probably should have given this lecture. I assume when people have attorneys, I don't need to give my beginning speech. But we take testimony in court. One of you is asked questions at a time. We're not supposed to interrupt each other, but everyone is free to take notes so you don't forget things. But you can't chat or post things up for me to see, or that's just not an appropriate way to get testimony in.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we allowed to raise our hands? Because
No. We're in court now, and so no, it's you have an attorney representing you. He's figuring this out on his own. As you see, I go around in circles asking if people have anything additional they need. I do it probably more than most judges, and I think it's beyond.
And then Paisley was like, oh, fuck, what happened? Something happened. What was it? If it goes on 2X, I don't give a shit. I'll let it play. Because they take so long sometimes. Oh, that was just a short wee clip. Dumbass Paisley.
Post
So
things
what
up for me
happened
to see,
here
or that's
was I was about to go live on the day that I was recording this, and that was back in the day when I only had one computer to record, but guess what? No more. I'm so excited. We have, things are looking up, folks. Anyways, needless to say, when this part of this is over, when the judge is making her decision, we're gonna have to take a 1-minute break so that I can upload the final verdict from my phone, because that's where it is. Well, I've already uploaded it to my drive. I just need to download it to this computer. So, needless information, or behind the scenes Easter tidbits, Easter eggs. No, just tidbits.
just not an appropriate way to get testimony in.
Yes, ma'am.
are we allowed to raise our hands? Because
No. We're in court now, and so no, it's you have an attorney representing you. He's figuring this out on his own. As you see, I go around in circles asking if people have anything additional they need. I do it probably more than most judges, and I think it's beyond what the law allows personally. But I try to really make sure everyone has their chance. But it's not a back and forth conversation. Even though sometimes we get off on them like we are now, but it's not an appropriate way to get testimony to me that way.
I apologize.
What did she just say?
Apologize.
Even though sometimes we get off on them like we are now, but it's not an appropriate way to get testimony to me that way.
I apologize.
I do apologize, she said very quietly. Very demure.
Okay, Mr. Dehamish, I believe.
yes, Judge, that based on his testimony, that changes the 2025 retro slightly. I can give you those two numbers for the court. The gross for 2025 would be 4216, the net 3557.44. At 20%, the child support will be 711. And if we multiply 711 times 7, it'd be 4977 at 20%. the child support will be 569 if it was one child, if it was 16%. And that total would be for 2025 would be 3983.
Jonathan, I'm a mess.
It does change the 2025 retro.
So what are your new totals?
The new totals, let's see.
I'm not even bothering to change it. You see how close it is? And so how slow these people are? We all cuss and nobody cares, and guess what else? YouTube Daddy doesn't seem to give a fuck. Not a flying fuck. I promise not too much.
At 16%, the new total is $13,012.
But yes, we like rolling blunts around here. This isn't a blunt because it's all weed. Actually, I don't know. It's just a big
13,012
joint.
Yes.
Okay.
At 16%.
Right.
And at 20%, it would be $16,265. Slightly higher.
Mhm.
Judge, I hope that clarifies things. I pass the witness.
You're allowed to make fun of me.
One thing I also do when I
and
mention again is I give them a
everybody.
chance to speak, since they don't have an attorney to ask them questions. Ms. Square and Mr. Nation, feel free to make any objections you feel are necessary. So is there anything additional you think I need to hear?
Do I ask you or do I ask Ms. Bailey?
Oh, no, this is just a chance for you to say anything additional you think I need to hear. There may be legal objections where I might stop you, but since you don't have an attorney to ask you questions and you don't really control what Mr. Bahamian asks you, since he doesn't represent you, and you have no control over what Ms. Gordon asks you, it's unfair to not give you a chance to say something. And I don't want to force you to ask yourself questions. I think there's a movie where they do that as a joke, and it didn't work very well.
I just want to make a statement that I've tried to be in Noah's life from the very beginning. I'm open to conversation, but when I only see him 1 hour a week, it's hard for me to be discussing things with Delila. If I bring it up, I guess it's an argument. She brings up a discussion. I know that's argumentative. Either way, for 2024, I saw him for 45 minutes for the whole year, once a week, for 45 minutes, supervised visits. So I drove an hour to see him for about an hour and drove an hour back. Not a big deal. I do what I have to do. But my point is I'm trying to be in this child's life for him. His siblings for the whole year 2024 probably saw him like 5 times. I don't know what else to say. And his safety and his mother's peace and safety is a huge concern. I respect Delila, and as a mother of Noah, I'll always protect her as well and care about her.
Does anyone have anything further they need to present?
I don't, as far as evidence, I just have one follow-up question for Mrs. Bailey.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Bailey, there's been discussion that you've requested a non-disclosure order that Mr. Carranza does not know your home address. One, can you just very briefly state to the court why you're requesting that?
It'll slow the fuck down the second that I go and change the speed, Shane. But it is pretty ludicrous. Also, that is how I watch or listen to most court. But it's going to be painful when we have to go back, you guys, just so you know.
My concern is that, I understand and believe he has genuine care and feeling. It just seems in the past there's been some impulsive reactions to make extreme gestures or shows for attention and disturb. How can I say it with?
If you could just quickly tell me why you
Okay,
would like not to have your address.
Because I don't want to increase the possibility of interactions that are abusive.
So how would you propose the child be exchanged if that's not at your address?
Initially, if the visits are supervised, we would meet at a location where maybe someone else is supervising, maybe a therapeutic location where there can be professionals supervising the visit and maybe teaching and guiding what's healthy for the child and the father. Because according to what I read in the parenting class, like it's so essential, I think, for his early start, for there to be continuity. There does need to be a lot of communication that helps the child adjust. And what I have observed, Noah is very sensitive and attuned and intuitive about emotions. Like he picks up on that. Maybe all babies are, I'm not sure, but I can see the change in his expression and I observe the way he acts afterwards. His appetite and his system changes. So anyhow, that's why. I'm sorry, maybe I said too much.
So if there's a
those
period of
visits,
supervised visitation or not,
if
even if there's a period of supervised visitation, presumably there'd be a time when those visitations will be over. Where would you like to exchange the child? What would be
wherever that therapeutic visitation is being held.
And when those visitations end, where would you like to exchange the child? What is a halfway point that would work for both parties if the child's not in school?
Here we go. Back to regular. I'm sorry. Welcome, madame.
At the location of the visit. I'm not so we don't know where the visitation is going to take place, right? I'm willing to drive to
But you're asking the court that it not take place at your home. So if Mr. Carranza cannot pick up and return to your home, where do you want him to pick up and return the child?
Okay. So from my understanding in the class that I took, it's better for us to either meet at a central location or for me to bring Noah to where he is, so there's not a chance that the father we're waiting for him to show up, and it seems, it's better for the child to be taken there by the parent who has custody, and then
Okay, so
yeah,
what's that central location for you to take?
between where he lives now and what I'm saying is I am willing to take the child to wherever the visit needs to be. I don't know what's central. I really don't know, but I don't think there are that many locations that would provide the service that's needed. So I would like for us to receive some guidance there.
Okay. Would you like for it to be halfway so you both can share in the time it takes to get the child to and from?
This is her lawyer, remember.
Yes, ma'am, sure, it could be halfway.
Okay. Now, with regard to the child support evidence that you've heard put on, do you have any belief that Mr. Carranza is earning more money than he's reporting or not?
Honestly, don't know.
Okay. Would it have been more helpful for you if you had a 2024 tax return to review?
It could be more helpful, but I really, again, I don't know if it would be helpful.
Are you aware of whether Mr. Carranza owns any businesses?
I believe, I'm not sure. At one point he did.
And what type of business was that?
It was transportation. Cleaning
So you're
service.
saying he didn't work for someone, he owned his own transportation business?
Well, so I really, as far as I'm open to your guidance as far as the tax returns are concerned. If we need to get a 2024 tax return, that's fine. My main concern is that we have the time to be a healthy family again, like to grow into that. So
All right,
I
Your
really
Honor, I'll
don't.
pass the witness.
Mr. Damation, do you have any further questions for Ms. Bailey?
No, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Carranza, do you have any further questions for Ms. Bailey?
No, thank you for asking.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you the same question that Ms. Gordon just asked Ms. Bailey about a central location. Do you have a proposed central location?
I'm on the same page with Miss Bailey. Whatever is central, I think, like, I don't know the town that's central. I don't know the zip code that's central. I would say like 45 in Beltway, Delila. I don't know the halfway point. I don't mind making it easier for her. I don't mind making it easier. I don't want to drive a whole hour, but I don't mind whatever's convenient for her. She's doing a lot, Your Honor. Whatever is convenient.
Okay. I just want you all to know that she's asking for a non-disclosure. I have no idea where she lives except somewhere in Galveston County.
Right.
So it's truly impossible for me to, and I'm also not supposed to do external research. It's
Right.
kind of a violation of my judicial rules.
And this
So
is assuming
that
they go
really
with
puts me in a bind to make rulings in cases like this with limited information because my hands are literally tied.
I understand. I don't really know what phase 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, how many phases there are. So I'm assuming, I don't know which way we're going on, which route.
And I have not made a ruling yet, so I'm still
I
listening.
understand. I guess if I don't know. I don't know the halfway point either, Delila.
Judge, do you want me to ask a couple questions to try to flesh out?
You can try to help with this issue.
So, Mr. Carranza, what city you live in?
I live in A-Leaf, is the little area, A-Leaf.
Okay, and she lives in Galveston.
think she doesn't
Uh,
friends with the last I heard, but I don't know exactly.
How about Pearland? Is Pearland halfway?
That works for me, Delila. It's like I said, I'll do anything. I'll drive anywhere.
I think the most central location would be the Children's Museum downtown. They don't offer therapeutic visits. So I mean like that area where we have been meeting has been central. It's like Midtown Museum District.
I'm okay with that.
All right, so Children's Museum downtown, you guys agree on?
I don't know what phase one is. We're going to spend 10 hours at the Children's Museum. I don't know what we're talking about. The museum district is a fine place for me to meet. I don't know what. I'm gonna get tired of that. He's gonna get tired of 10 hours at the museum. I don't know what we're talking about exactly.
I believe we're talking about the pickup and drop off point. So
Pardon me. Yes,
pickup
that's
and
a
drop
good
off
point. That's a good point
for
for me.
Okay, so the Children's Museum downtown is a good pickup and drop off point for you.
Okay, I just have a logistical question, and part of me says, why am I asking? Because it's at least a solution what you just came up with. But I know parking is very, very difficult in that area, and you have to pay for parking at
traffic.
the museum and traffic. Well, traffic is bad everywhere, but traffic
Right.
isn't great. It's very congested, that area, but parking in particular is not good. And then you have to pay, and I'm guessing you all have memberships at the Children's Museum since you've been doing visits there, but at some point, he's 2, he's going to get bigger. At some point, he might not want to go to the Children's Museum as much. And at some point, you may not want to have a membership and pay all that money to do a pickup and drop off.
Can we please add pickup and drop off as a command? P and D, exclamation mark P and D, and then spell it the way Gecko Chaser just did. Oh my fucking god, that's so funny. That's made me laugh. Also, Judge, why did you ask? They just agreed to something. Let them live their misery downtown with no parking, please, and let this be over.
Maybe someplace where less crowded and free.
I think that's a good area because around there's many free places. The botanical gardens. I mean, I don't think her and I have an issue with parking. We've been doing it for.
Okay.
I don't think traffic or parking is an issue. That's what I think, Delila. But you say what you know. On my end, that's fine with me.
Okay, I just want to make sure you realize what
I
you're committing
appreciate
to
it.
for
I
possibly
appreciate
the
it.
next 16 years. It could be modified, but if it's not modified, that would, and of course you can always agree to other things.
I
but
agree.
Talking about a pickup and drop off for the long term. So I just
That
wanted
works
to
for me,
put
Delila.
those issues. Okay. Okay. Mr. Defamation, would you like to make a brief closing?
Yeah, yes, Judge. The state asked that you grant the several agreements that the parties have made. And I can run through those agreements if because I know it's been a few days since the last time we were in court. You want me to go through it, Judge?
I would say no, but I feel like some of those agreements were not agreements, so
Correct.
sure. Let's clarify for everybody what they are.
Okay. So my understanding is the parties agreed to adjudicate Mr. Carranza as the father of Noah. That's the number 1 agreement. 2 would be the app close. 3 would that Mr. Carranza pay the court costs by July 7, 2026. 4 that the last name of the child is Bailey Carranza. There's a space, no dash. The other agreement is that Miss Bailey is the primary. Geographic is Galveston and contiguous counties. Now, during testimony, the parties agreed that Miss Bailey will have a non-disclosure.
Well, he agreed
But
that her
that could
address didn't have to be given. I don't think he agreed necessarily to your language.
Okay. So that's not an agreement then. I believe the final agreement. Well,
You know what, actually, well, I'm gonna let you continue, but, there's a difference between the non-disclosure and I think what and I have to go back and look, but I think what he said is he agreed to not know her address. The non-disclosure includes phone numbers, email addresses, which impacts a lot of other things. I
Space
don't
not
believe I heard
dash
testimony on
kid.
that.
I'm a dash kid. I'm a hyphenated Helen. Helen's not my name. My name is Paisley, in case you didn't know. Paisley blank blank. And I have to say it, Paisley blank hyphen blank. Paisley blank hyphen blank. And I sing it mostly. If you meet me in person, you'll find that to be true. I sing all the time. Anyways, so I feel bad. It's hard enough when you got a fucking hyphen in there. When you just got the space, people are going to be very confused. She's doing that so that the last, you know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. We all know what's happening here. We all know it.
I'd like to know the zip code, and I don't need to know her phone. If I can have the app, I don't need to. Whatever makes her happy and safe. I don't want her to feel unsafe. The app works if we can communicate through the app. I'd like to keep track of it through the app. Phone calls that don't go through, texts don't go through. Emails don't matter. The app works fine for me.
Are you already using the app?
No, I don't know. No.
Okay.
Then the last agreement, Judge, is that Mom, Miss Bailey, covered the child Noah for health insurance through the marketplace, Blue Cross Blue Shield. This is at no cost to her. There is no reasonable dental by the parties at this time. That's pretty much the extent of the agreement. The state asked that you make appropriate rulings as to conservatorship, possession access, non-disclosure. Also, whether to give Mr. Carranza credit for the 2 children outside this case. And we submit we offer the retro calc sheet as to the retro. The parties have made a partial agreement as to the credit, and you make appropriate rulings as to the rest of it. The retro, we asked that could be paid at $100 a month starting August 1st. The current child support going forward, we asked that the gross be of $42.16. And that would bring the net to $35.57.44. And depending on whether it's 16% or 20%, the child support going forward, at 16%, it would be $569 a month. At 20%, it'd be $711 per month, depending on how this court rules. And I believe that's all the issues, Judge.
And you mentioned joint we're looking for. What was the joint conservatory?
You'll get a chance to do your summary as well. This is what the state's asking for.
Pardon me.
Ms. Gordon's going to get a chance to explain what Ms. Bailey's asking for. This is kind of like a brief summary. And you'll get to summarize what you're asking for as well. Ms. Gordon, would you like to proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, with just a quick issues regard to child support, we would ask for child support at $711 per month. And we would ask that Mr. Carranza not be given credit for the other 2 children as he has no court orders in place. And based on the testimony, I believe that serious question is whether it's possible for 2 children to be residing in his home in addition to the other people there. for 50% of the time, but there are no court orders in place. And I believe one of those children will emancipate in the next few months, early mid next year or so. So we would ask that current child support be set at $711 per month, and that back child support be based on the child, the subject of this case, being the only child that he's supporting. Beyond that, we don't disagree with the calculations of the Office of Attorney General. We do, as you've already heard testimony, disagree with the amounts of cash support prior to April 2024. I won't bore you with those again. With regard to, we would ask, my client is asking to be appointed sole managing conservator, as she's made all the child care decisions for this child since the child has been born. She's given testimony that she's tried to include and get on the same page with Mr. Carranza, and that has not occurred. Mr. Carranza has on some level suggested that he's okay with mother making those decisions, but she is asking this court to be appointed sole managing conservatorship. She's asking for at least a step-up visitation plan, that they not go into a full standard possession order. And she's certainly not in agreement with a 50-50 possession schedule for a child that's not been out of her care longer than an hour or two up until this stage. So we would ask the court to take that into.
Oh my gosh, we're so lucky. A visit from my friend. Hi, Miss Iowa Backyard Critter Camp. Thank you for the super chat. And Miss Donna Orlando Chiquita, the generous gifter, or I think it was. Christopher also gifting tonight. Thank you so much. So much. So much. It's so nice to see you. And don't worry, guys. Like I said, I waited and waited and waited till the judge came back with a decision. We'll see it tonight. The judge is going to decide. We will see whether mom wins or dad wins. I want you to get your guesses in the chat. What is going to happen? Who will prevail? We all know who will fail. And unfortunately, it's the child in these circumstances. Hashtag sad. Hashtag thanks again, Iowa.
Consideration, and to start that with a step up, supervised, if not supervised, then it's still some form of step up plan for a child younger than 3 years old. We believe would be in the best interest of the child to give him an opportunity to adjust to being outside the care of the mother, and to make sure that everybody's on the same page with the proper feeding and care for the child, as well as there were concerns raised for sleeping arrangements for the child, who would care for the child when Mr. Carranza is not available. I mean, Mr. Carranza has stated he works many jobs, but he's also stating that he's able at will to not work those jobs just because he has his child. So that raises questions and concerns for Ms. Bailey, and we would ask the court to also take those concerns into consideration. Ms. Bailey has expressed her concern for a non-disclosure order in the sense of not having dad know her address. And I believe that will address her concerns with regard to that, but we'll leave it to the court to determine if that's something going to be in the best interest of the child. We are in agreement with the close app, as the OAG has expressed. And so we would just ask the court, as always, to do what's in the best interest of the child based on the testimony. There's been testimony about alcohol. There's been testimony about smoking in the car with the vehicle when others that the child could be exposed to. There was testimony with regard to Mr. Carranza living on the second floor, and a concern being with the gate on the back of the apartment. And so we would ask the court to absolutely take all those things into consideration in reaching a determination with regard to this child in conservatorship and child support. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good night, Beverly.
Thank you. And
Good
Mr.
night,
Carranza, is there
Beverly.
anything you'd
We
like to
love
say
you
in
so
summary?
much. Beverly, have have a
There's
fun
also a
night
street
tonight.
outside. There's also a parking lot. I'm not gonna let my kid play in
This,
this.
this isn't the time for testimony. This is a time to summarize what you're requesting.
I guess my main concern was that joint conservatory because I want to go to his school plays. I want to take him to school. I don't need to go all the time. I don't know if that was included in what in her request. I like to be a part of his life, and that means putting him in a sport, going to his sport games, going to his school activities. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I guess about the responsibilities, my daughter is getting more expensive, not less expensive. I'm gonna accommodate Noah any way as possible, whether it's sleeping arrangements. I don't know what exactly I'm supposed to be saying right now, Your Honor.
It's okay. Well, that's why I let them go first, so you could kind of get a feel for what.
I get you.
But
Noah,
it's okay. It's okay. I just want to give you the chance. I know that, you know, when people represent themselves, it is hard. So whether or not you give a summary, I've been listening to everybody this whole time, and I do have an idea of what you're all asking for.
okay.
Okay.
So everyone is rested.
He doesn't
Ms. Ford, are you
understand.
rested?
I think that he means he's laughing because I think he thinks. Does he actually think that she's asking if he's rested? Like, rested and refreshed? And now she's laughing for absolutely no reason. This is not funny, ma'am. Are you a contagious laugher? You need to say, yes, Your Honor, we rest. And make him realize that it's not laughing time. It's closing time.
Mr. Damation, if you can unmute. You've rested.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Carranza, you've rested.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take a few minutes to review everything, look at some numbers, consider everything, and then I'll come back with the ruling. If y'all want to take a break, maybe till 12:45, feel free to, you know, get up, eat some food, move around, stretch, check on the child, and then we can reconvene.
Did we discuss phases, or that's on another subject? I guess you're gonna make your ruling. I guess
I'm
that's.
gonna make my ruling based on what I've
Thank you.
got.
Thank
Thank
you.
Okay.
You said we can take a break.
Sorry, yes.
Watch
Okay.
how he takes a break, you guys. He literally put a folder over top of it. Okay, so hold on. I need to go to small phone, screen, large. I know it looks crazy right now, but just you wait till I open up this one that we got. Is it downloaded yet? It is. Look at that. I did that so quickly. So great. Let's hope that. Oh my god. It's fucking perfect. Because I'm a genius.
I am
Genius.
finding that Mr. Carranza is the biological father.
And I'll slow it down because, again, I fucking. Oh my god. Why can't I see over here? I have to move this. Hold on. But seriously, I don't know why I always forget to go back to cases, but I almost always forget, and that's why I have to do it 2x to start. So here we go. Finale! That's right. Whew. Okay. It's so hot.
Noah, based on the parties' agreement, I am establishing the parent-child relationship between Mr. Carranza and Noah. And I am changing Noah's last name based on the parties' agreements to Bailey Carranza with no hyphen. I'm appointing the parties joint managing conservators, with Miss Bailey having the right to determine the primary residence of Noah within Galveston and any county that touches Galveston County. And the intent there is to use the OAG standard language that they use for joint managing conservatorship. So not the practice manual, but the AG language. I am going to order stair-step visitation. The beginning is always at all times mutually agreeable. And then the first step, Mr. Carranza, I'm ordering, has the right to possession and access on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month, unsupervised from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for 2 visits. The pickup and drop-offs will be at the Children's Museum of Houston. After he completes those 2 visits, he will have the right to possession and access from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. unsupervised for 3 visits. And pickup and drop-offs at the Children's Museum of Houston. After he completes those 3 visits, he would progress and have possession and access from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month for 3 visits. And then once he completes that phase, he would progress to beginning 6 p.m. Saturday on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month to 6 p.m. Sunday for 3 visits. And pick up and drop off at the Children's Museum. And then once he completes all of those phases, he would move to the standard possession order with pick up and drop off at the Children's Museum of Houston. And Ms. Gordon, can you move your camera a little? I want to make sure you're following. And I see you're typing, which.
Yeah, I was trying to mute so you didn't hear me typing.
Okay, I hear you
I'm
typing.
gonna ask you to go through them again, even my typing isn't fast enough.
That's why if I need to slow down, if I can see your face, I'll have a better idea. Of
I
where you're
got
at.
some portion of each level, but if
No,
you could,
let me go back then. Okay.
okay,
So I'm like, let me see your face so I kind of know what's happening there.
okay.
Okay, so the
Can you
first,
see me?
yeah, I can see you now. The first
Okay.
phase, first, third, and fifth Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
wherever that starts, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
unsupervised pick up and drop off at the Children's Museum. So he's not required to go to the Children's Museum if he prefers to go to any of the other numerous things in that area.
Right.
Doesn't-
Okay.
In that time frame, that's fine. But he certainly can go there. The
Okay.
child's actually obviously comfortable there. So after he gets past those 2 visits, that phase, it would then expand to 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month,
Okay.
unsupervised for 3 visits.
Okay.
I want ice cream so
And
bad.
then
Who
the
wants
next
to take
is-
me out
Next
for
is
ice
the
cream?
3rd phase, first, third, and fifth Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
with 3 visits. Mr. Commission, if you have any questions, just pipe up.
Yes, Your Honor.
5 p.m. And then the Saturday, then he would go to,
An overnight, so on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays, starting at 6 p.m. on Saturday, overnight to 6 p.m. on Sunday for 3 visits.
So just to be clear, Judge, all these 4 phases, none of them are supervised. They're all going to be unsupervised.
Yes.
Okay.
okay. And that's 3
Yeah.
visits, 6.
Yeah, the only one that's 2 is the short one in the beginning, the 1 to 3,
Okay.
and then all the others are 3 visits per phase.
Okay. And then after the overnight 6
The standard
Saturday
possession.
to Sunday overnights for 3 visits, then we go to,
And I'll be honest, I have no idea if they are 50 miles apart or not. My guess is close right now,
Mhm.
but they'll have to somehow figure that out.
So
And Judge,
SPO
because these are
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. Gordon.
No, go ahead. Mhm.
Because these are all unsupervised, these are all pickup and drop offs. In other words, they don't have to visit there. He
You
could
can
go
go, yeah.
visit somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has to
He can
return
go
the
across the
child.
street, go to the zoo if you wanted to.
Absolutely. There's a whole bunch of, I mean, I wouldn't take a 2-year-old to the Holocaust Museum, but he could go there. Like there's any amount, as once these get broader in time, when he has the whole day, he could take the light rail. There's all sorts of things he could do. He could go to the park. The Herman Park's right there.
Judge, are you gonna get me
Right.
fucked over again? What are you talking
There's all sorts
about?
of things in that area. As the child gets older, they could go to the art museum.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of things. They could do, but
Holocaust Museum
once he
first,
has regular
then
visits, they
art.
can also just go back to wherever.
Fuck the
For
Children's
both of them,
Museum.
I'm ordering an injunction. Neither party should smoke in front of the child.
Okay.
And then I'm ordering that each parent, this is for both of them, must have an age-appropriate, proper car seat for the child as needed. Both of those things are technically the law.
Okay. Was it the injunction smoking only, or did we have an alcohol injunction or no?
I did not put one in. I guess I could do a mutual injunction, no smoking and no consuming alcohol. Well, actually, I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the smoking.
Okay.
Um,
And don't worry, I'm not
and the
smoking
age-appropriate car
cigarettes.
seat as needed for both of them. For insurance, I'm finding that Ms. Bailey has insurance through another source, $0 per month. And I'm ordering that she continue with that insurance. I'm finding nobody has any dental insurance at a reasonable cost.
Tell me about it.
Mr. Carranza is ordered to pay to Ms. Bailey current ongoing child support of $569 per month beginning August 1st of 2025 and monthly thereafter.
You can smoke above them
And
too.
that is the
Second floor.
gross down by the Attorney General's office. I believe it's 4216.
Correct.
And that does give credit for 2 children outside of this case. I'm ordering a back child support judgment against Mr. Carranza from the date of birth of the child, Noah, until now, today, July 11th, 2025, in the amount of $6,000 as of today. And I'm ordering that Mr. Carranza pay that back at a rate of $100 per month beginning August 1st of 2025. Per the family code, that judgment will accrue interest at 6% per annum.
You know that I learned that in Texas, when you buy a pack of smokes, you get a set of kid
With regard
blinders
to
with
the
them.
non-disclosure,
A little mask for the kiddos.
I'm going to approve the agreement. However, I'm not making any findings. Section 105.006 talks about the court finding that providing that information is likely to cause the child or conservator harassment, abuse, harm. I'm not making any of those findings, so those should not be included in the order. But the order I am going to approve the agreement, so the order can state that by agreement of the parties and approval of the court orders, that she's not required to provide that information, all the 105 information. However, Ms. Bailey is ordered to provide her current zip code where she resides. And she is ordered to update that zip code, just like the traditional 105 information, the earlier of the 60th day before the date she intends to make the change, or the 5th day after the date the party knew of the change, if the party did not know or could not have known of the change in sufficient time to comply with the 60 days. And that's all in the 105 section, that language. So you might have to change some of the bold language so it matches this order. Might maybe just add to that so it's clear that it's just the zip
I'll do it,
code.
Judge. I'll do it, Judge.
Yeah. Or maybe when you write that in there, say that bold language only applies to the zip code. Just something so that everyone realizes that that's what it applies to. And I am going to order that the parties download and communicate with the app close program. I'm ordering that Mr. Carranza pay court costs as billed to Galveston County on or before July 7th of 2026. And then all relief not expressly granted is denied.
Okay, Your Honor, I have just a couple questions. when
You
you're done.
lost,
I'll wait
ma'am.
for you.
You can ask them.
You lost
Okay.
every single
So
thing.
on the medical, I want to make sure they have each responsible for 50
Oh,
out of
yes,
pocket.
yes, yes,
Okay.
thank you. Each are 50 responsible. The standard language of the AG language of sending the bills to the other party reimbursing them should all be in there. But yes, it will be 50-50. So each of you is ordered to pay 50% of any unreimbursed medical or dental expenses.
Okay.
Mr.
Thank
Franzi, you're on mute.
What was denied? You said something was denied?
Oh, any relief that was requested and not granted.
And you relief.
So if someone pled for something that did not get granted today, it is denied. It just puts some finalization on the order.
Okay.
You won, sir.
And this is
Unsupervised
final
visits.
orders, not temporary, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes, you gave me the back.
Tippity tap tap, tappity tip tip, tippity tap.
And Your Honor,
tap.
we're gonna get a copy of this, right? Because I've been writing.
Yes.
But it's okay.
Yeah. I should have warned you in advance. The AG's office, that's not a bad idea to have your own notes. The
Thank
AG's office is going to draft the order, and I'm thinking, Mr. Gray-Mission, you'll be sending it to them today. Like, we can move you all to breakout rooms, and you can send it to them to review, sign off on, ask any questions, or do you want an entry?
No, Judge, I can start working on it right now and try to get this done today.
She
Okay.
should be
So
unhappy.
they'll be sending it to you to look at. So,
okay?
Mr. Carranza, and obviously Ms. Gordon, you guys can compare it to the notes you've been taking, make sure everything's drafted accordingly. If you do have questions, you can ask the AG's office. And if you need to reapproach because you don't like how something's drafted and you think it should be different, anyone can do that as well.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay, he doesn't understand.
And I guess so. Describe what standard is. I don't know what that means. Standard. You said after the fourth phase.
Yes, it is the standard possession order, the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month. And Mr. Gahimasian will have all that language detailed out, and they can explain it to you. As I said when I made the ruling, I honestly don't know whether you will be under 50 miles or over. I know you said you live about an hour apart. People can live very close and be an hour apart in Houston. People can live far apart and be an hour apart in Houston. So I don't know without having the exact addresses. My guess is you're close, but I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So somehow you'll have to all figure it out.
Communicate.
Yes. So truly best of luck to everyone going forward.
Your Honor, what about like holidays or his birthday?
That is in the standard possession order.
Pardon me.
That includes all that. And then, I just encourage you all. I know communication is hard, but please try to use app close. A good reminder is, always read over what you're sending, maybe even have someone else read it to make sure tone, when you're sending things through text or not orally, sometimes tone can easily be misinterpreted. So be mindful of that. Take deep breaths before you write something. Don't press send until you're sure you want to send it, because this is all for Noah. And he sounds like a great kid. And, the more you can both be in his life and do good things, if something does come up on the 17th at that appointment, he's going to need both of you to be there and to work together through whatever might or might not be there. So.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
If anyone has any other questions, otherwise we can stop recording and send you all to the breakout rooms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Mom never popped back up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, but I will just say to you, thank you for being here. What a great night. Wow, 2.5 hours flew by like that. Oh, that's what he said. That's right. all night long, baby. I don't sleep. Anyways, I love you guys so much. We'll be back at it again twice tomorrow. That's right, 2 times. 2 times. Morning, afternoon. Don't know exactly when. Keep an eye out. Turn your notifications on. Thank you so much. Do me a solid favor. Go leave a comment like Vicky does. She is so good to me with her comments. I love it, Miss Vicky. YouTube Daddy loves it too. Do me a favor. Remember that I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Ways down